What's good? How you doing? It's your girl D back with another video. As promised, this is a Fenty face. And I am bringing you a full review, first impressions, and thoughts on the entire Fenty collection. I literally did get absolutely everything except the blotting papers, only because Rihanna, come on now, babe, I love you, but we can't have name brand blotting papers. You can use a toilet seat cover. I'm just saying. But I really enjoy this line, and so there are some things that came to light when I first encountered the makeup and tried it. There are some things that came to light after wearing the foundation for a full day. But if you want to see how it is that we whip this face together and what those thoughts are, stay tuned after the jump. So, recreating what as much as I can from the from visiting Sephora earlier. I'm gonna go in first with the soft matte from the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. This is soft matte. Cute bottle, and I love her soft pink, this baby pink, rose pink packaging. What I'm also going to do is prep this foundation bottle. Get this also open and ready to go, because one of the things that they said is that you need to work quickly while the primer is still moist. I picked up 440. I wore 450 throughout the day, and I liked it, but after the entire day had progressed, I felt like it was too dark, because I have hyperpigmentation, and there are parts of my face that are super bright, unfortunately. And my nose is where I could tell. I could actually look at my nose and see that the top of it was dark, but here at my nostrils, where some of the product had worn off, it was a little interesting. I also have her Pro Foundation brush, full body foundation brush. This is the number 100, I believe. No, 110, I apologize. So I'm just getting that all ready to go. Cute little sleeve. And it's they're soft synthetic bristles, and it works like a paw. It's supposed to just go ahead and literally just, there's the foundation. There it goes. I'm sure Rihanna's more fierce than that, but you know, whatever. I'm not using any kind of special brush for the primer. It is a nice peachy shade. I've also already done my brows just with my favorite brow pencil from Benefit, and then I did use the concealer from my Matchsticks Trio to help clean them up some. Alright, we are good. I'm still adequately moisturized. And now, we'll go in with the 440. They said actually do this in the palm. Oh my gosh, I love this. Yeah, this is as I'm applying this on the entire face, when we did matching, it was a little interesting. It does oxidize, unfortunately. So that's one reason why I went back and went down a number. 440 actually is supposed to have red undertones. And I typically clean up clean up the finish of my face with powder and concealer for those that do pull a little red on me. So, but I will let this sit for you. And, but just look at, literally blends in almost like a skin-like finish. It does dry down matte, it really does. And you're supposed to move quickly. It's medium but buildable coverage, so I'm gonna go in just a smidgen more because I have a very long day today. Yeah. Now, I ain't perfect, but it did a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit. Too pleased. Too pleased. Super pleased. Super pleased. Okay, so far so good. It's been about 15 minutes. Just go ahead and continue on. So I'm gonna go in with under eye highlight. I have the Matchsticks Trio. The conceal, contour, and highlight in deep 400. The cool thing is this is magnetic. How cool is that? So my concealer is suede. There also is quite a bit of product in here. That's, you know, and considering how wide it is, a lot of people are saying that this is what Kim Kardashian wishes she could be. Because we saw those little contour sticks that she had and everybody flocked to them. But also, how much was the quantity? And then didn't the shit break? Exactly. I did warm up the first layer though, because it seems like for some of these cream products, you need to activate that first layer. So I'm just going in under my eye with the concealer. I'm gonna also do the bridge of my nose. Get a little bit up here. What it is I would normally do for highlighting. And a smidgen down there. Just for kicks and giggles. I'm also going to go in and with the contour stick, this is Espresso. Look how fucking chocolatey that is. Parts of my face that I normally contour. to add a little bit of depth and shadow. And we are going to go in first. I'm gonna do the concealer, and I am going to use her portable concealer and contour brush. This is the number 150. Again, magnetic. Love it. Oh, and how cute. It just pushes. You don't have to twist it, it just pushes. So we'll get the under eye concealer with this. Ooh, I like these bristles. Because they're dense and it's really moving the product around well. And blending it well too. Look at what? Look at that. You might have actually did it, Rihanna. You might have. All right. Okay. I see you, young lady. I see you. This is really cute. This is really cute. Now I'm going to go and do the rest of the face with her precision makeup sponge. This is the number 100. Okay. Sorry to break one out, but I do like the shape of it. This is just the equate one. I like how this top part, this little bridge part, is a little bit bigger. That we've got this nice, good oval shape here. Ergonomical, yep. Diana tip. I don't like going all the way to the bathroom to get water for sponges, so get you some Evian facial spray. Now, one thing I didn't see necessarily is whether or not, at least during the launch, and we didn't use the sponge when I was in Sephora, so I didn't see if it was wet when used, but I'm gonna go ahead anyways. Alright, blends that contour well. Well, very impressed. Not bad, not bad. Now, I'm one that firmly believes you can get the same effect from a lot of cheaper sponges, just why I have so many. But be that as it may, I do like how it doesn't feel cheap. Oh because it's not. I like how it doesn't feel like it's poor quality. Look, guys, it's not poor quality. I like the damn thing. Okay, all right, cool. Okay. So, yay for that. And now let's get into this highlight situation. So, the highlight that comes with my Matchsticks Trio is the shade Cinnamon. You can also get Cinnamon as a standalone single. I also got every other, well, the highlights that I felt would look good for we brown girls. Because I did swatch everything in the Snapchat feed, and that is going to be linked nearby. But I feel like I want to mix some, so I'm going to mix Cinnamon and then the deeper one, which is Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. We will also go in with the last brush, this highlight, cheek hugging highlight brush, the number 120. It is like, is it 6 o'clock in the morning? Is it 6 o'clock yet? It is 5:59. So here's her highlight brush. And it really does, because of how it's shaped, it looks like a shark tooth. It really does hug your cheeks. So I'm gonna go in with Cinnamon first. I'm just gonna hit right here and right here and blend that out. That's a lot of product too, for being a highlight stick. This is 0.25 ounces. Now I'm going to go in with the Kilawatt Highlight Duo. Packaging is pretty, very, very pretty. And I like that it comes with a mirror. And I also like the whole hexagonal thing that she's got going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use this on my eyes a little bit. I think we used this on my eyes earlier. You can use this as a highlight. You also can use this as a blush. And you can use it as an eyeshadow. So this is Ginger Binge that I've used. I didn't use an eyeshadow primer. I just brought some of the concealer down when I was doing my brows. But I feel like this could benefit from having a shadow primer. Since it's a product that has multiple... my eyes. Since it's a product that has multiple uses anyways, I would, you know, and I have an oily skin, I would like to see this with, if I'm going to have elongated wear, I would like to have a shadow primer. Now we're going to go in with Ginger Binge. Oh. Too much sauce. Too much sauce. Too much sauce. But I'm also not using an eyeshadow brush. I'm actually using just a face brush. Oh. Yeah, let's blend that out, fam. And it was gonna be like that, fam. Okay. You could use one, you can use the both of them. It's up to you. I'm gonna blend the two a little bit more, make it a little bit more seamless. Okay. And last, well, not necessarily last, I'm gonna go in with Chili Mango, which is another matchstick. And I liked how that showed up, so I'm gonna use that as a blush. I like how it blended in. Okay, I see you. The Chili Mango. I see your Chili Mango. And now I'm going to go in with the Invisimatte blotting powder. I'm going to use it to set, because I want to make sure I'm showing everything that I've got. Now you see how the compact looks just like this. It's because we also have the portable touch-up brush, which is also magnetic. They come the fuck through. Who knew, right? Because it does come with, of course, a little blotting pad, and I feel like I'd get this filthy dirty quick because it's white. But supposedly, and I will test with some flash photography to validate, supposedly, it's so cute. It's so well. Supposedly, this powder does not have flashback. It really is universal for all skin tones. So let me just dab some, and you can, let me get a little closer. Instantly, it makes a difference. Like, almost instantly it does. supposedly there's no flashback. This is also blotting powder and not setting powder. So you can tell where I've applied it. You can. You can. But ultimately, the biggest test, I'm just gonna, like I said, I'll use that as setting powder. Ultimately, the biggest test is going to be if there genuinely is flashback, because we need to take a flash picture. That's my only hesitant. And if there's flashback, I love you, Rihanna, but I'm gonna take this back. This little cute ass brush though. So. And then of course her signature. This Gloss Bomb Universal Lip Luminizer in the shade Fenty Glow. Now, supposedly this had a scent to it. I couldn't tell that there was a scent. Okay, now I can tell. It really does smell kind of like a watermelon. Someone was saying it gave watermelon scent earlier. It's quite milky. Like, a little will go a very long way. Okay. Okay. Is this magnetic too? If this lip gloss is magnetic, then no, the lip gloss isn't magnetic. That'd be dope if it was. But okay. Alright, testing for flashback. There really isn't flashback. There genuinely is not flashback. I need to clean up the lip gloss a little bit. But no, there's not flashback. I'm surprised. That little powder meant what it was. That little powder did what it was supposed to do. And y'all seem to be taking the pictures. So, okay. Okay. Alright, so now that we've applied our face, we're looking fierce, we're looking amazing, and fought with these lashes. By the way, these new lashes from Pure are trash. The band just absorbs the oil. It does not adhere. It literally took 10 minutes just to get these lashes on. Anyways, so in regards to Fenty Beauty, I am very proud of Rihanna. This is not something that she just decided on a whim. This is not something that she was working on over the past 3 months or something like that. Fenty Beauty, the actual name, was registered as a business years ago. So this is something that has been in the works and in development for a very, very long time. And I'm so glad to see it finally come to fruition. Just to see and know that there is a woman of color out there who is considerate of all shades and ethnicities, that her foundation range is ridiculous. It starts off with 40 shades. 40. Like, we got Makeup Forever kind of numbers out here. We got Becca kind of numbers out here when it comes to the diversity in the shade range. Now, there are some undertones that are missing. I'm interesting when it comes to my undertone, because my undertone runs a little bit golden, but matching it was a little interesting, and you guys can catch some of that in the Snapchat feed in the previous video. I matched initially with a 450, which is actually a deep with neutral undertones, which, or not neutral, but golden undertones, which is what mostly I'm supposed to be. But after wearing it for an entire day, we noticed, and some of the other girls at Sephora noticed, that it oxidizes. It does go a smidge darker. And by the end of the day, I was looking greasy. But also, I did not use setting spray, and I did not get the actual blotting powder until after the fact. And I wanted to see how it is that it would wear without any kind of minimal interaction, or with minimal interaction, I should say. So I did go back to get the 440, and I'm really pleased with 440. Like this looks more like my skin tone. The 450, because I'm golden everywhere, and when I was actually looking at my face and then looking at the rest of my body, it's just like, oh, like you can definitely tell my face is darker, but this really does look more like my skin tone should. I have, and it will show swatches. I swatched from number 380 up to 490. Huge shout out to everybody at the Sephora Independent Center store and everybody at the Sephora Country Club Plaza store, as well as my new friends. Hi Mako, hope you're doing good. Because I am a big enthusiast, and some people were like, I want to see reviews on it. I'm like, here's my business card, I got you. Okay, so I got you. So shout out to everybody who I met and adore. You guys are great. But the foundations, you have to work quickly because it can streak. While you want to work while your foundation, or you want to work while the primer is still moist, to go ahead and get that good base, that solid foundation, I suppose. Anyways, working quickly to make sure that it dries down and looks skin-like, and it feels weightless. It literally doesn't feel like I'm wearing any kind of makeup at all. And that's one thing I really do enjoy about the foundation, that it's flawless, and it literally feels like you're not wearing anything. And I think that that's absolutely great, because since it is medium to full coverage, you can start off medium and build your way up, just as long as you're moving quickly. You don't do buffing motions. That's another thing that I was reading, is that not to do buffing motions, since the formula is so unique. But the foundation, I'm pleased with it. I just be aware that it does oxidize, so you do want to go a shade up, since it will get darker. At least that's what I would recommend. Now, everyone's different, so when we worked quickly while we were on my lunch break, or while I was on lunch earlier when I was matched to a 450, but after wearing it for the full day, and normally I would have maybe taken a sample. I would have actually hung out for 20, 30, 40 minutes more or something like that, because I have no life, and besides y'all, my friends, so and the karate fam. But after wearing it for the whole day, I wanted to go down to a 440. I think 450 probably would be a good summer shade, but 440, since the weather's breaking and I'm not in the sun as much, I'm thinking 440 is probably going to be what's best for me. The brushes, the tools, absolutely wonderful. Side note, hashtag I hate bringing dirty brushes back on camera, so I do apologize, but I want to go ahead and get this video up. Just the architecture of this brush is beautiful. The handle is smooth, has a matte finish. She does have it numbered, and it's also labeled for what it should be intended for. So I think that that's great, because there's a lot of time where you get brushes and you're like, okay, this could be a concealer brush, but is it? So I think that that's good. Here's her highlight brush. Looks like a shark tooth, actually. And also the number 100, and it states that it is a focus, motherfucker. Thank you. States that it is a highlight brush, if you guys can see that in that lighting. The bristles are dense, they're soft, but they're also cruelty free too, and it literally made, like, it was just so soft. And one of the things that she was mentioning in the launch and the live live stream is that it literally feels like a little paw is touching your face. Like, no. I'm a nerd. Y'all knew that. So I love the face brushes. Now the smaller ones, magnetic obviously. The smaller ones are cute too. I actually have the full size Too Faced Mr. Right that I keep in my purse, but I think that this is good. This is the touch-up brush. Now one thing I don't care for is I would prefer for the brush to twist and have that advance instead of me actually pulling this up to cover the bristles, but that's just a personal preference. This cute little touch-up brush is adorable, and it also is magnetized and will attach to the blotting powder. There's an itch and I'm not going to scratch it. Nope, nope, self-control. You know what? Fuck it. The invisimatte blotting powder, and I did, as you guys saw, I went ahead and tested it just to see if there would be flashback. I currently have the Google Pixel XL. That Note 8 is on the way. Cannot wait to review that. But I think this really is the perfect kind of brush to keep purse size, and I like how it actually attaches to the compact too, so you can keep both of them together. Like, okay, let me just whip this out, dab, 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 keep it moving. So I like that. In regards to the concealer brush, the concealer and contour brush, this is a good one as well. Yes, it is portable, and again, I don't care for this little metal piece that protects the bristles. I still would like it to twist, but these bristles are very dense too. It moved the product around very well. It helped everything to blend and be seamless, so good. I like how this also is magnetized and can attach to the matchsticks. Speaking of, let's talk about these matchsticks, y'all. So there's also the trio, the Matchsticks trio, which comes with a concealer, a contour color, and then a highlight color. I picked up the suede, or the Deep 400 trio, which comes with suede, cinnamon, and espresso. Espresso as a contour shade, I really do like. According to my color IQ number at Sephora, this is the one that would suit me best. Now it's up to you. I think that this is a good deal because these shades are curated to be best for your foundation color. So, you know, you can have dark and then deep, or then I think there's maybe light and medium, things of that nature. Yes, curated for your skin tone, magnetized for light as air layering on the go. Now, if you're not fond of it, or if the concealers run $25, and I think that the concealer and the contours are basically the same thing anyways, but if you were to get the matchsticks by themselves, it's $25 each. And then this is $54. So this is a good deal, I have to say. There's a lot of product. It's solid. It does twist up. Let me get one out for you. You get, I think, what, 0.25 grams? No, 0.25 ounces. So opens up, twists up, and you have a lot of product. This is the cinnamon matchsticks. And some of these brighter color ones you can go ahead and use for multiple purposes. I did use it some as a highlight and a blush, at least for the purpose of this review. What I'm also reading about is that there was someone who used espresso as a lip color. I kind of want to do that because y'all know I like my deep dark vampy shades. And so I wore a little bit of chili mango for the video. I also picked up confetti, Eddie, which is a fun iridescent lilac shade that's got a glitter finish. Now, one thing I do recommend though is that if you just take it straight out the package, that's one thing, but you want to go ahead and warm up that first layer to really try to get that glitter payoff there. Oh look, it's an almost heart. Yay. Because if you blend it out, then you'll see some of those glitter granules. Some people don't care for the glittery items that she has. I'm okay with them, I really am. The granules could be smaller in my opinion, but you know, that's just my opinion and I'm entitled to it. You know, so blending this out, you see the glitter that's there. And I have full swatches in the Snapchat video that is previous. So in regards to the Kilawatt highlighters, there's two actual dedicated highlights. There's the most popular one, which is Trophy Wife, which is like a straight up treasure chest gold. And then there's this other one called Metal Moon, which looks white in the package, but has a beautiful like vanilla finish. I'll go ahead and break this out as well. I also got two of the Kilawatt duos. So I have Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. And then there's Chick Freak and Girl Next Door. Those swatches are in the other video, and I gave like videos showing them, but I wanted to go ahead and show you guys Metal Moon too. Like, you don't think that'd be anything. You really don't. Really don't think it'd be anything. But look at that swatch though. And it's buttery. It really is, but it's not so buttery like it's soft in the pack or soft in the pan and thinking that you'll damage it, but it literally glides on smooth. So I do like that about her Kilawatt, the singles. Trophy Wife, that's a fucking gorgeous color. Everybody was rocking Trophy Wife. Like, the fact that I could recognize that from far away. Everybody was rocking Trophy Wife. And it looks great on a lot of skin tones. There are some people who didn't care for it. My friend Courtney said it looked like mustard on her. But I think it's great. I really do. And I appreciate the different color shades and themes that she brought to the collection. Now, Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule, they're so there's that. These peaches, kind of peachy and a rose gold theme here. I love this, and these look so pretty on we deeper skin tones. We really do. That's the color that's the brightness setting that you need to have. God damn it! Stupid ass camera, advanced ass old motherfucker. Oh, and I forgot to mention, she's filthy, but her little sponge here. Let's hold up the box of the sponge. So her sponge, right? It is bouncy. It's bouncy. It's not too firm to where you feel like you're going to be like jabbing yourself in the eye. It helps to blend everything nicely and smoothly. I do like the curvature of it, how the top of it has that wide base to it. I did compare it to another one of my sponges, but it's just like a basic Equate sponge, where this is the top edge that one has, and that top part is a little bit wider on hers. So I do care for that. Overall, for an initial launch, this is hidden. One thing I would have liked to have seen, but this is just my personal preference, I would have loved to have a setting spray. Because there's honestly times, especially with especially with levels of humidity, I would love to have a setting spray to help to lock the makeup in, or maybe a translucent powder or a facial powder to help to set everything in. Now that could be why the foundation is formulated in the way that it is, to where it dries down matte and sets immediately. Like I had a lot of difficulty getting the foundation swatches off of my arm because I had been wearing them for so long. It was just, they did not want to budge. So I would have preferred to have seen a setting spray, and you know, maybe a setting spray instead of blotting paper and blotting powder, because I don't use an actual blotting powder on a regular basis. I use just the blotterazzi or whatever tissue I could find. I appreciate the diversity in the foundation range. I think that that's great, and for a celebrity backed makeup line, and also one that's Black woman owned, you better, but I think that that's absolutely great. But she's thinking of both ends of the spectrum, for the palest of the pale to the deepest of the deep skin tones. I greatly appreciate that. I think that the highlighters are good. Some of the glitter granules, you know, are a little bit chunkier than what I would think, but the overall highlighters, especially Trophy Wife and Metal Moon, I think that those are absolutely wonderful. I love the concept of the packaging, that things are magnetic and interchangeable. I like the hexagon direction and the soft pink color that she has. I greatly appreciate the density of the bristles in her brushes too, and how they hold product but don't necessarily slide it all over, or it's not loose everywhere. The blotting powder though, I may return that only because I don't use blotting powder, that's all. But I was impressed, and the fact that it didn't have any kind of flashback to it, that is stellar. So I greatly appreciate that. You know, and again, just overall for a launch, for just the first go round, she did good. She did good. Now, as always, do you need it? And I'm gonna let you know, you probably could benefit from one of the foundations if you are an oily gal. If you have dry skin, I might pass on the foundation, but maybe look into some of the matchsticks. The highlights, you don't need all of them. You could pick up one, you know, just say you got it or something along those lines. But drop by your local Sephora, play around, get to know the products too before you invest in them. There's plenty in stock. I know that there were some things that were out of stock online, but as for in the physical stores, even though they were busy and it was very popular, because I did go to both two different Sephora locations, they still had plenty in stock. Now, as for the brushes, you may not need the concealer brush. Adorable. I love the concept, but you don't need it. The foundation brush, you probably could benefit from. The matchsticks, the highlight matchsticks, the fun colorful ones, the shimmer skin sticks, I'll let you decide on that one. You don't need the blotting papers. I'll be real with you. You can still use a toilet seat cover. You don't need them. But if you want to go ahead and get them and support Rihanna, go for it. And then the primer. The primer works well. That's another thing I would say you probably could benefit from. But the only necessity that I see in here, and even still, it wasn't a necessity for me either, but the only severe necessity that I would see would be the foundation. And then maybe some of the foundation, maybe some of the tools, the matchsticks trio, dope. But you don't need the whole entire collection unless you want it like I did and knock yourself out. So there's too many items for me to tell you verbally how much they are. So I'm gonna link the product. I'm gonna link the prices down in the description box below. As always, thank you ever so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you have any questions or suggestions, hit your girl up in the comment section. If you are new here, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. Love to see you back on my channel. But if you're not here for me, my shenanigans, my opinions, or flagrant use of the word motherfucker, that's fine. There is an X in that corner for you to click, get your life, and get the entire fuck up off my channel. But if you are here for my shenanigans, you are beautiful, amazing, wonderful, spectacular. And if no one else has told you, I appreciate you. You guys have a wonderful day.